Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we're going to be looking at the USFL Week 3 Players of the Week, and to put it simply, I don't agree with one of them at all. One of them I can stomach, one I think is okay, and the other one's just bad. Offensive Player of the Week was Johnny Dixon, Defense Player of the Week was DeMarcus Gates, and the Special Teams Player of the Week was Tyler Rasa. So let's get started with the Offensive Player of the Week in good old Johnny Dixon of the New Orleans Breakers, who did not deserve to win this. Straight up did not deserve it. So overall, his stat line is solid. 7 receptions for 86 yards. That's 12 yards reception. 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Here's where he doesn't deserve the award. His competition was just far superior, and I mean far superior. Let's get started with the running back, Mark Thompson. Mark Thompson had 6.1 yards per carry. He had 147 total yards with a touchdown plus 10 receiving yards on 1 target. He had 157 total yards, and he didn't win Offensive Player of the Week to Johnny Dixon. Well, maybe it's just that they don't view rushing itself as important. Maybe. Well, what about someone who had legit 2 different stat lines? Deandre Johnson, the quarterback of the Generals, went 6 for 8. That's 75 completion percentage, 130 yards. So he averaged per attempt 16.2 yards. For 117 QBR pretty much. And rushing the ball, he had an 8.3 yard per carry stat line with 11 attempts and 91 total yards with a touchdown to boot. That's not good enough to beat Johnny Dixon? How about the running back that you can see was above Deandre Johnson in Trey Williams? Trey Williams had 110 yards on the ground, which is not as good as Mark Thompson, but a 5.8 average is still solid. But here's the difference. Receiving the ball, he had 4 receptions for 44 yards. So he adds 44 yards right there, and you get a stat line of him having over 150 yards as well. How does Johnny Dixon win the award? I genuinely don't get it. I know getting the touchdowns are nice and all, but, you're going to say that just because he had 2 touchdowns, that gets over the fact that everyone else had better stat lines? Just to show you one random player, Anthony Ratliff Williams literally had 2 receptions and had pretty much the same stat line. He had 85 yards and a touchdown. At the end of the day, if you have... I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand. Zuber on the Gamblers as well himself could have arguably won it more than Johnny Dixon. He had 73 yards and 3 receptions and a touchdown. So is having a lower average but slightly more yards and a touchdown really deserving of winning it? I don't think so. I think this was truly a robbery of an award, and the fans totally got this wrong. I've said this last week. I think the fans are totally overrating pretty much anyone. Sorry about that. Anyone on the Breakers. They're totally overrating them. It's not like he's bad. It's not like Johnny Dixon was bad. It's just he did not deserve to win this. I hate to say it. As a Defensive Player of the Week, DeMarcus Gates, this is going to make me cool down because it's fine. He wasn't insane, but no one was really this insane. It's not like last week where Will Likely just got robbed. He had decent stats overall. He had 10 tackles, 5 of them being solo. He had half a sack. He had a tackle for loss, an interception, and 2 pass defended. That's solid. And not to mention he did recover a fumble. I'm totally fine with him winning. His stats were solid enough. No one else was that eye-popping to me to say, oh, man, that's terrible that that guy won it over him. No. It's fine. Was it, the best defensive day we've seen so far in the season? No, but it's not like he was bad. It's not like he was, outplayed by anyone. No, it was fine. It was totally 100% fine, and I'm okay with it. And last but not least is the Special Teams Award. So Tyler Rasa won it from the Bandits because of what? One of them was a kick that ended up being the score that beat the Gamblers. Okay. If you look at his stats, he went 2 for 3 on field goals and 3 for 3 on extra points. Brandon Aubry has still not missed a kick. He made 2 field goals as well, but he only kicked 2 field goals, and he made both extra points. Now, I will say he didn't kick a 46-yarder as long as 33. But the principle is this. For the second week in a row, if I am not mistaken, Brandon Aubry has been perfect and has lost to somebody who has not been perfect. I don't care if you make a 50-yarder and someone else only makes 30-yarders. If you miss a 40-yarder and make a 50 versus someone who makes 2 30s, the guy who made 2 30s still did better than you because he didn't miss his kick. He didn't turn the ball over. He got you points. So the fact that a kicker who wasn't perfect once again beat a guy who was perfect, not perfect like they went 1 for 1, but a guy who made 2 out of 2 kicks versus a guy who made 2 out of 3 kicks. Both teams ended up winning. So, I don't get it, honestly. This isn't as egregious as I said. His kick did end up being the game winner. But it's the idea that once again, a player who was not perfect beat a guy who was perfect. Brandon Aubry should have a Special Teams Player of the Week award, at least one. At least. And he doesn't. So, overall, that's my 2 thoughts on this week. On Players of the Week. If you guys enjoy this content, want to be notified as soon as I upload a video, subscribe and hit the bell so be notified as soon as I upload a video. And as always, have a great night.